Okay, hello again, everybody. It's dear old Rustical, the Rusty, back with yet another response. Okay, so there was more incoherent mumbling that was done earlier, because Negz now believes, right, that I somehow have admitted to being a homosexual, right? This is how unbelievably retarded that this man is. So let's see. All right, illusionist rebel Russ has demented SA fantasies as being gay as a mental illness. And let me clarify that I did not say at any point that I thought that being gay was a mental illness. Negs, I said that I thought that you had a mental illness. You got it? You got that? You got that? Mm-mm-mm.
We're back. We're back. Minor technical difficulties. No big deal. No big deal.
Why don't you just shut the whole entire show down? You'd be better off.
I'm waiting for my chat to come back.
Mm-hmm.
What a ridiculous, what a ridiculous man. He's a ridiculous man. He likes me, he wants to gouge me and all that.
I could care less if you gouge your own eyes out or if you don't. I don't give a fuck about you. That's how I feel about you. I only respond to you in the ways and manners that I have been for nearly, let's see, what has it been like since 2023, we're now at 2025, going on, yeah, it's nearly 4 fucking years at this point.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna wait. That was weird. I think it was
Wait for what? Wait for what? For DC to go outside and check on the dogs?
because I went from, like, I started
Russ, I was recently re-diagnosed with cancer.
streaming on OBS, and then I clicked just stop. I just closed StreamYard. So that may not, but I didn't want to click end stream either. So, wait a minute. I got to check something anyway. What's going on, Dana? What's going on, my love? What's going on, Joe from Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
You ever thought about calling yourself Joe D's nuts?
Wow.
Don't Joe my nuts.
Wow, and you have the audacity to say that I admitted to being gay. Wow. Listen to this.
Because is it the same thing as a JoJo? Because if it is, I don't want that done. Yeah, I'm just okay. We're just letting people come back in, and then we'll get right back to Russ wanting me to be gay, which is really what it's about. Look.
No, I don't want you to be gay, okay? I want you to admit that you are gay. Go right ahead. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. You falsely accused me of doing it, so now you actually need to be the one who does it.
I don't see anything wrong being gay. It's not for me. I'm not attracted to men. I did say that if I were ever to...
Neither am I. Neither am I, nor will I ever be. And no, I don't think there's anything wrong with being gay either. I do, however, think that, it's kind of ridiculous if you, okay, are struggling with your sexuality and you can't come to terms with it.
Be with a man, the man would have to be so feminine that it might as well be a woman. So there's that.
So okay, so you basically are admitting here now that you have a man crush on me, because you've always considered me to be feminine, effeminate, even though I'm not. See, you guys need to understand that I only act in the ways that I do because I know it's going to elicit a certain type of response from these degenerates. And it never fails at every fucking turn. It never fails. Never fails. Never fails at all.
So, what's the motherfucking point? All right.
Yes, what is the point? What is the point in you continuing to do this? I am getting fucking bored with continuing to go back and forth with you. I've been doing it for years, and it's now to the point where I am exhausted with it. But I got to give my audience what they want. I'll respond to whoever has words about me, not just this guy.
Russ, you are like when somebody says somebody's gay for somebody, doesn't that remind you of like something? It's like a 12-year-old. It's like something a 12-year-old would say. Oh, you're so gay for fucking Logan Paul. Like,
It's again with the fantasies about children. What's wrong with you?
hey, dude, like, are we adults here or what, man?
Yeah, I'm an adult, but you certainly are not acting like one.
Hey, y'all want to see my guitars while we're waiting? I don't know
No. Fuck your guitars.
why there are multiple mail things open. That's one. Yeah, the whole door. See that whole door? That's a guitar. There you go. There you go. Have a good look. There we go.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
I think you've got a mental illness. Hmm?
I do. I do. I really and truly do think that you have a mental illness, Negz. And I think that it's to the point where you should be admitted to a psychiatric hospital for not just a few months, but a few years. No, not even a few years. For good.
Oh, my scope.
Permanent stay at a psychiatric facility.
What?
Yeah, didn't you say a while ago that you had scoliosis?
Yes, the spine is part of the brain. The scoliosis isn't a mental disorder.
When did I say scoliosis was a mental disorder? Once again, use your ears. I said that I thought that your degenerate ass had a mental disorder. Get it correct.
Excuse me, there was peanut butter in that bread I was eating, and I just want to give everybody a quick minute to laugh their fucking asses off at you right now. Like, are you trying to bully me, Ross? So,
No, I'm not trying to bully you. I'm trying to get you to understand that you are out of your mind.
I know.
I think you always have had a mental illness that you've never been able to come to terms with, and that's why you shacked up with DC. Yep. Nobody, no sane, normal person, no sane, level-headed person who's able to think clearly and coherently is going to get in a relationship, with a woman who basically is the human resemblance of a fucking dead body. Have used her as a beard for, ever since you two got together. Reason I know this is because, you not only had a closet. She had more than one failed marriage, and she decided, you know what, let me waste my life on somebody who is another failure. Homosexual relationship with, a man in another state, but now.
Okay, see, you haven't learned anything from watching me or Clara, have you? What you have here is a rather run of the mill case of slander.
I have learned a lot from watching you in DC. As a matter of fact, I've learned that you both are miserable, unhappy sacks of shit. That's what I've learned. Case of slander. What are you going to do? 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 You're not going to take me to court. I know that for a fact. So I suggest that you quit while you're ahead.
It's just 100% slander. He knows what he's saying isn't true. He knows it, and he's doing it. And
no, every single everything regarding you having a mental illness is 100% fact. You have a very rare form of degeneracy, and I think that you need to get that looked at. You need to get that looked at. I've done my research on the type of treatment centers in Indiana. There are so many great treatment centers in Indiana that this man could take a look at. Will he do it? No. You know why? Because he doesn't want to make the effort. You know, everybody's been at me, well, Russ, why don't you get help? Why don't you get help? When my detractors refuse to get help themselves.
With intent. Now, I'm betting that they put the house in your name because your mom got like a bunch of debt and shit, and they'll probably put a lien against the house.
What are you talking about? The house is not in my name. The house is not in my name. The house is in both, I believe, both mine and her names. So what are you doing? And why does that matter? Why does that matter? Didn't you say a while ago that you wanted to, you and DC were planning on moving? Whatever happened with that? Oh, nobody wanted to buy your corrugated metal death shack? Can't blame them.
And hang on just a second. Look, man. Look, man, Russ, you're just another one of these fucking weirdos out there that all these other weirdos use on a regular basis.
And you have been used by the person that you are in a relationship with ever since you got in the relationship with her. Get that through your head.
Because I don't understand why they use you, though, because you have no clout. Nobody believes you. All the people.
Well, I mean, that's kind of that's starting to change. Unfortunately, that's starting to change. Because I'm going to make sure that my subscribers continue to go up. Okay. I still have more subs than you do. You got 625. I hit 2.25K, and it's only going to continue for me. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I have more. I have more subs than both you and DC. Not that that matters, but still, it's like you can't say that I have no clout when I have. Let's see. When did you make this channel? 2021. I've had my channel since 2017. So yeah, my channel's been standing around. My channel's been up way longer than this, the channel that you have now has been. And you know what? I've never had a channel terminated before, unlike you. Know why? Because I didn't break TOS by... Yes, I have gotten community guideline strikes before, I will admit that. But it never led to me losing my channel because of me being stupid and playing a movie that I shouldn't have played on a fucking live stream. That's what you did to DC. And DC is still ban-evading, by the way. Not that anybody cares. I know that that doesn't matter to a lot of people because a lot of people are a lot of people in your audience and in DC's audience are just too brain dead to understand that, you know, these are not the type of people that you need to be supporting. But whatever, support who you want to support. I can't control it.
You are creeped out by you. You've openly written about great fantasies. Now
do you really think that I care if women are creeped out by me or not? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? That doesn't matter to me. That doesn't change how I sleep at night. What a woman thinks of me is not important to me. It's just not. It's not that important to me. I could care less, especially with how the majority of the women that I have come into contact with on this platform tend to be. A lot of them are fucking psychotic. You think I give a flying fuck what the majority of them think about me at the end of the day? Absolutely not.
obviously are apparent.
And I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start caring, regardless of who says what.
Having fantasies about an openly gay man who wants absolutely nothing to do with you. And that's why you chose to put a sticker of him.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's why he took you to court multiple times. Multiple times. And every single fucking time. Did DC ever win any of those lawsuits? No. She ever win any of those lawsuits? No. No. You know why? Because all of the judges, I'm not sure if there was more than one judge. I only know of, Judge Glickfield. But all of the judges, any judge that is presiding over any case regarding the two of you is going to see right through the both of you. And that's why you're never going to win any lawsuit at all. That's why Hussey won. I'm just stating the fact. You don't like it? Tough.
On a fucking vape.
Yeah, why would you do that? You could have put a sticker of anything else on there. Why Hussey? Oh, because you're mad that DC lost in court.
That is hilarious. Congratulations, you really accomplished something. I did. You've accomplished so much. I have. I probably reviewed these.
Yeah, you really something special by putting a sticker of somebody that beat your girlfriend in court on a vape. Congratulations. Well, you've really proven to all of us that you're even more of a loser than we originally thought that you were. Congrats. Yay, good for you. I'll give you a gold medal.
Probably not 4 years ago. 4 years ago. I'm going to change the world. 1950s anti-homosexual ad. Now, oh, is that why you tuned in? So you're all like, being gay is a mental illness. Being gay is a mental illness. And then you want to, okay. All right, cool. Am I for real tattooing? When somebody shows you who the fuck they are, believe them. We are going to be.
Yes, and I think everybody should believe you in DC because you all, the both of you have shown all of us exactly who you both are countless times. Countless times. You're both no good.
You watching a video on the basics. I will not be tattooing on myself. I will be tattooing on this very, I don't know what. Oh, here's the ignorant shit that you don't know anything about. My shop. It's like,
Yeah, you're going to fail at this. Are you going to fail at doing this just like how you failed at having a Rumble channel? Are you going to fail at this just like how you failed at having a relationship? Are you going to fail at this just like how you failed at Yeah, he did. He did. He did. And that's the sad reality of all of this that none of you will ever understand. This man is nothing but a failure. And yet he continues to be idolized. Why? There's so many other creators out there that you guys could be paying attention to. And yet you have to continue to waste time giving attention to a man who just is not ever going to be anything. He's not ever going to be successful. He was in 2 bands that failed. Okay. He's in a fucking I don't even consider the relationship that he's in to be a relationship. Okay, because these two never show each other any affection. I mean, not that it's any of my business, because it's not. I don't care, but it's still like I don't consider what him and DC have to be a relationship at all. She's only with him because she can't get nobody else, and everybody knows that. That's it. That's it. That's all.
I'm a failure. Russ, you're completely right. I am. I'm a failure.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are. You are.
I am 100% a failure. 100% a failure.
You are, and that's why you've always loved to punch down on me, Hussy, and everybody else. Because you can't come to terms with the fact that you failed at everything in your life. Just accept it. Accept it. Quit streaming, quit making content, and do something else. Nobody would shed a tear at all. Nobody would shed a tear if you just stopped completely for good. Nobody would miss you. I'm sure you'd have a few of your a few community members that would try to reach out and see how you were doing, but long term, it's no. Like nobody. The majority of the internet is not going to care if you leave it. They're not. Nobody's going to be like, "Oh, Negz, we'll miss you." It's like, no, that's not your reality.
I'll think about that tomorrow when I'm at my arcade putting together the foosball table for my community.
You're at your arcade putting together the foosball table. Who is going to be using this?
And preparing for...
Is it just going to be there so DC can put her cancer medication on it? Are you going to use it as a table? Are you going to use it as a regular table? Or is it actually going to be put to use? Are you going to play foosball? Which is it? I think it's just going to be something that is just going to be there for looks, personally. Actually, I take it back. I don't even think that you're going to have one at all. I don't.
Or I guess you'd call it our grand opening. So, yeah, I'll think about that while I'm sitting over at the attic, putting together the next day's deposit, or the deposit at the end of the month, or the deposit at the end of the week. I'll think about that. I'll think about what a failure I am. What a failure I am when the only way that people online have had to literally multiple times break the law to try and silence me, and it never worked. If I failed at everything...
It did work. It did work. It did work, and it didn't work in your favor. And what I mean by it working is the person, that, was able to, pretty much ruin DC in court, didn't have to break the law to do it. There's legitimate proof that both you and DC have slandered this man for a very long time.
Life, I failed that.
We've been through the same song and dance 100 times. Still, why are you lying now? Why are you lying now? You've called me out for lying countless times, and here you are lying to everybody. Yes, you have indeed failed at everything in your life. 10 times already. This is nothing new. We know that you're a failure. I see right through you. Okay? I see right through you. I used to be intimidated by you in DC, but I'm not anymore. Okay? I'm not anymore. I'm not. I'm just not. You're at everything. You're never going to change. I no longer find anything that you do funny. I no longer find anything that you do amusing. I think that you need to fucking go for good. And the day that you finally leave the internet, and the day that everybody else that's associated with you, that I pretty much, I think the majority of people in your community, Beth Thomas, sponsored by Ritalin, which is it's still a good thing that we don't hear from him anymore. Thank fuck for that. I hope we never hear from him again. Scott Stevens, the day that all of you leave for good is a day that is going to be etched in history. The day that all of you just drop off of the face of the fucking earth is going to be a day that's etched in history. Point blank, period. Okay. You're never going to do anything to change that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, and I'm only telling you this because I know, I will change the world. I will change.
No, you won't. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. You won't. You have not done anything to change the world aside from streaming. You failed at music. You failed at having a successful channel. So that's it. You're not going to change the world. You're just not. You are never going to be on the level of anybody that is more successful at doing this than you are. Way more successful at doing this than you are. I'm going to use Charlie, Moist Critical, as an example. Moist Critical is way more successful than you are. Than both you and DC are. And he always will be. You're never going to be on his level. You're never going to be on the level of James Charles. You're never going to be on the level of Jeffree Star. You're never going to be on the level of, let's see, who else? I would say, yeah. You're not going to be a successful creator. You're never going to have over 1 million subscribers. You know why? Because you don't matter that much. You don't matter as much to people as you think that you do. You're going to be irrelevant, completely irrelevant in the next 1 to 2 years.
I could even argue that anybody could change the world through the butterfly effect, but I'm not talking about that.
Russ, if you have not tried, then I don't want to hear it, Karsten.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it, Karsten. And whatever happened to him? Where did he go? We don't even hear from. That's another person that we don't hear from anymore. Crow Shatter. I know he did a stream recently with DC, but where did he go? Off to buy the Wiener Schnitzels again. Yes. Okay. Join us. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. What happened? Did he decide to leave the internet? Once again, nobody's shedding a tear. You know why? Because no one cares.
Asian skin. I don't know why, but because primarily I guess a lot of people that are Caucasian get tattoos. Whoever did that came in here and burped like that is disgusting pig and should be on a rotisserie. And we got all my... You did that, so you indeed are you telling us, are you admitting to us that you're a disgusting pig? Okay, dude.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is admitting to us that he's a disgusting pig. And okay, what? You gonna cry again?
As an entertainer, I am beside myself that...
Oh, I know.
I mean, okay,
I know. You want me to get you a bottle? Oh, is the baby gonna cry? You want me to get you a bottle? You want me to get you a fucking pacifier? I will. I don't got a problem doing that. Oh, is he having fantasies about me being a baby again? No. If you act like a child, I'm going to treat you like one. This man is acting like a child. So I am asking, you want me to get you a bottle? You want me to get you a bib? You want me to get you a pacifier? You are you're a baby in a grown man's body, and it's time that you start acting your age.
There is a high probability I'm autistic. I know everybody's shocked. There's a
It's a high probability that you're autistic. No, I think that you have. I think that you are a lot more than just autistic. I think that you're borderline schizophrenic. That's what I think.
high probability that you are too, or you're just weird. I'm going with just weird. But like, I mean, like that's kind like. Have you ever watched a live stream? Well, I know you're not used to having regular viewers or showing your face or having teeth, but normally there's a shtick.
Here we go again.
Right? And my shtick is to belch, blame somebody else, and tell them they're gross. Okay, I do it in the house too. I blame the dog. I blame the dog. If I fart, I blame the dog.
Mm-hmm.
You want to review that too? You want to give me some commentary on blaming my farts on the dog? This guy.
Oh.
What happened to the actual fucking shit we used to review, and that was fucked up and needed to be stopped? And now,
What happened to the actual shit that you used to review? I'm going to tell you what happened. You turned your attention to me ever since the minute that I joined Hussey's community is the minute that UNDC decided to try to ruin my life. Okay? You turned your attention towards me. Just because what I was saying back in the day hurt your feelings. And you know what? None of that was my problem. And none of that still is my problem. What I said back then about the both of you was not my issue. Okay? It's not my fucking problem that you two got your feelings hurt and decided to come after me. It's not. I said it already. I'll say it again. If you would have left him alone, you wouldn't have had to deal with me.
like, here we are with this guy who's obviously on the pipe. Obviously.
Oh, I'm on the pipe, huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I've never smoked a pipe in my life. You guys, I've never smoked a pipe in my life, and I'm not going to start.
Just go.
Why are you such a disgusting pig, Ross?
Just stop here, but we don't.
Yes, why? Why? Are you mad because you didn't get any pussy? Oh.
I have a lot of it. So your mother hates you and she raised you like that. And I figured at least we'd watch a video. The way that you.
By the way, I'd like to also bring this up, right? Russ is mad because you know who is in a relationship with an engineer. I don't care. I'm happy for her. It's over between me and her. It's been over between me and her for a very long fucking time. Let her be with the dude. Let her be with the dude. I don't care. I've moved on. Oh, Russ, have you really moved on? You're not the type to end a relationship. Da 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 da. I flat out am to the point where I really just don't even fucking care anymore. I don't care if I ever end up getting married someday. It's not something important to me. It's just not. I'm fine with being single. I thought you had a girlfriend, Russ. What happened to your baby's mother? She don't want nothing to do with me. Can she be blamed? You're fucking psychotic. The way that Russ views women. What about the way that I? What about the way that I view women? What about the way that I view women? At least I'm not out here.
At least I'm not out here. See, right there, you've already lost the argument. No,
I've
you don't get
already
to do
lost.
that.
I've already lost the argument when you're dating a corpse. When you've been dating, and I use the term dating very loosely. You have been stuck with a corpse since 2020. Since 2020. Any of the girlfriends that I've had, I've never had to fake affection for. Okay? Never had to fake affection for. This man has had to fake affection for the woman that he is with since day one.
When there is a problem with your behavior, you don't get to go, well, at least I'm not.
A problem with my behavior? What did I do now? What did I do now? Did I commit murder? No. What behavioral issue have I been exhibiting this time?
Because, everybody could just be like, well, at least I'm not Hamas. Like,
when is Russ going to be just disavowed completely? The day that I'm dead. The day that I'm dead is when I will be disavowed completely, okay? That's when I will be disavowed completely. That's when I'll be disavowed completely. All right. Let's continue.
Up. Grow the fuck up. That's called not taking
I will when you do.
accountability. That's called deflection.
At least I've never used any of my girlfriends as beards. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking closeted homosexual.
4 kids, 3 women. Yep.
Period.
Gay. Definitely gay.
I am 100. Yeah. And the kids, all those kids you've never taken care of at all. I am 100% heterosexual.
Why are you telling us this? Why do you have to tell us that? Why do you feel that?
Because idiots like you keep insinuating that I'm gay. That's why I have to make it a point that I'm not, to get you to understand. No, I know I don't have to tell any of you that, okay? I know I don't have to tell any of you that, but I choose to because there is a very rare form of, a illness that has been and always will be exhibited by this man from the very first time that I found out who he was. Okay. All right, and I am done now. I am done. I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.